Welcome to the Steady Steps Weekly Digest, your guide to the science and strategy behind confident living. I'm Alice, and I'm so glad you're joining us. Each week, we review key ideas covered in our other channels to help you or your loved ones move with more stability and confidence. Today, we're tackling 3 foundational topics: understanding your starting point, the science of balance, and making your home a safer space. To help us dive into the details, we have our inquisitive expert Liam with us. Welcome, Liam.
Thanks for having me, Alice. It's a critical topic. So many people decide to improve their balance but get stuck on that very first question. Where do I even begin?
Exactly. And the answer isn't just jumping into random exercises. This week really drove home that the most crucial first step is something called setting the baseline. It's compared to knowing your starting point on a map before a road trip, which I think is a perfect analogy.
It is. And setting the baseline is the process of getting a simple, objective snapshot of your current functional abilities, like your strength, mobility, and balance. We use functional fitness assessments to gather this data. It's not a test you pass or fail. It's just information.
And that information is powerful. It's what allows a program to be truly personalized, ensuring it's not just effective but also safe and even enjoyable. It moves us away from a generic, one-size-fits-all approach that might not work or could even be unsafe.
Precisely. It replaces assumptions with objective, actionable insights. When you have a clear starting point, you can also accurately track progress and see the real, tangible results of your training. It's the difference between guessing what works and knowing what works for your body.
So, once we have that baseline, what are we actually training? This week's content dives deep into the science of stability, introducing something called the biomechanical triad. Liam, can you break that down for us?
Absolutely. Your ability to stay steady comes down to the relationship between 3 key things. First is your center of gravity, or COG. Think of it as your body's central balance point, usually located around your pelvis. Second is your base of support, or BOS. This is simply the area under your feet that's in contact with the ground. And third are your limits of stability, or LOS. This is the invisible boundary around your base of support. You can sway safely within this boundary, but if your center of gravity moves past it, you have to take a step to prevent a fall.
So balance is essentially the act of keeping your center of gravity inside that invisible boundary. That boundary is your safety margin. That makes so much sense.
That's it exactly. And the great news is, we can train this system. By safely and progressively challenging our ability to control our center of gravity, for instance, by narrowing our base of support or intentionally moving toward our limits, we can improve our balance and expand that safety margin.
I love how that makes it feel so trainable. Now, we've talked about our bodies, but there's another huge piece to this puzzle: our environment. I was stunned to read that over half of all falls for older adults happen right in their own homes.
It's a crucial point. These are what we call extrinsic factors, things in the environment around you. Common hazards are things we often don't even think about: clutter in a walkway, poor lighting in a hallway, or a rug that isn't secured.
But what I found so empowering in the materials is that while we can't always control our health, our home environment is highly modifiable. Making small changes is a cornerstone of effective fall prevention.
That's the key takeaway. It's a proactive strategy that empowers independence. You don't have to overhaul your entire house at once. The advice is to just pick one room and find one thing you can improve. Tape down a rug, add a nightlight, or clear a path. That one small change can make a huge difference.
That feels so manageable. What a great way to take immediate action. And for those who want a more structured guide, Steady Steps Fitness offers a first step safety toolkit on the website.
It's a fantastic resource for caregivers and individuals alike.
This has been so insightful, Liam. So to recap for our listeners, the foundations of a solid fall prevention strategy are: first, get your data by setting the baseline to create a safe and personalized plan. Second, understand the science of your stability, the biomechanical triad, so you know what you're training. And third, take control of your environment by modifying your home to be safer.
That's a perfect summary. It's a comprehensive approach to building real, lasting confidence.
Thank you so much for breaking it all down for us today, Liam.
My pleasure, Alice.
That's our overview for this week. You can find resources on all these topics, including the First Step Safety Toolkit, at steadystepsfitness.com. Thanks for listening. Stay steady.